Yeah, we was literally, we are thinking of basically taking out our Avid's MTRX studio and replacing it with this.
That would sound like an incredibly wise thing to do.
Yes. The only thing is, we've currently got Burl converters, which we love. But the question is, are we going to get better sounds with this over the Burls, or are we just going to get a different sound?
Okay, so Prism Sound has a single and singular focus for our products, and that is to make them as accurate as possible. What you put into them, you get out of them. It is that's all we do. It sounds really cheesy and corny, but this is what we want to sound like. We want to sound like
that's what we want to sound. Yeah. I mean, what goes in to come out?
Now, if you compare Prism Sound directly to Burl has much more of a sound than Prism Sound does. So I would think in the right environment, the differences are going to be stark. It depends what you're looking for. If you've got singers, instruments, whatever it is, and you want to capture their sound, and then once you've captured it, process it to your heart's content. But if you want to capture the sound of them unaltered, then that's what Prism Sound do, and that's what Prism Sound are good at.
It's a tasty looking box, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a monster. We started developing it 7 years ago. And world events have played some part in the reason it's taken longer. Prism Sound, the way we do things differs slightly from a lot of other people. A lot of other companies, you decide how many I/O you want a box to have, you decide how much you want to sell it for, and then you engineer it to hit at a certain price.
Cut certain corners.
The way we do it is we make a product as good as it can possibly be, and then it costs what it costs. And so, Prism Sound products are never going to be the cheapest out there, but they're going to outperform.
But they have a level of quality that is, you put a Prism Sound in, you've got a seal of approval. It's like, it looks the absolute nuts. I love the screen on the front as well.
Yeah, so it's been designed to. So it has a network port on the back. So
yeah, we looked at this.
So you can any computer, tablets on the network that has access rights, you can control the unit from.
That's cool.
And it's good. I have to say,
that's touchscreen as well, isn't it?
It is touchscreen. As good as anyone is at touchscreens, no one is quite as good as Apple.
Yeah.
And so you can set everything up with that, and it's a great touchscreen, but it's not as good as the touch on an iPad. Never will be until we're a $1 trillion company. We're not going to be able to make touchscreens.
This is the thing: you've spent time in development what's inside it, not on the touchscreen. Whereas Apple spend their time and money on making the best touchscreen.
Yeah. So I think. We really don't think many people are going to use the touchscreen on it really for control. They'll use a phone or a tablet. Another cool thing that this box does is it has 4 completely independent clock domains. So one box can run at 4 different sample rates all at the same time.
As well, I feel like when I had a conversation about this with one of the reps, I feel like somebody said to me I could run multiple studios off of one box.
Yeah, absolutely. So for instance, this box, this has got an AES card in, a Dante card, and 2 Pro Tools cards. You could tell Studio 1 that it's going to use this lot of analog on this Pro Tools card. Studio 2 is going to use this Pro Tools card with them.
And it's expandable as well. It's, you know, you can buy just the box and then just put what you need into it as you grow as a company.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, it's been designed so that we can keep growing it. We can, when someone invents Thunderbolt 17, you don't need a new box. We can just do a new card for it.
I much prefer that. I mean, we're in the process at the moment of basically swapping, because this wasn't out when we built out our second Atmos studio. This wasn't available.
It's a little delayed.
Yeah. So we were. It was like, oh, it's going to come. We're going to get one, and we've got like SX Pros who we deal with. They got one in, and it was like, right, we've got one. And we can bring it down. It's like we've had to put the Avid Studio in, and we've set everything up with the Avid Studio. But it's a case of we've done that for the time being, and this might be what I think it is what is going to go in.
Any manufacturer, regardless of how good their products are, is going to tell you their products are good. I mean, we let our products do the talking. The thing to do, if you're considering it, is we arrange for one to come down to you.
You say that, but I know what it's going to sound like. It's going to sound, you know what I mean?
You know what that is?
It's what's going in is coming out.
We believe it's we know it's the best performing product that we've ever made. It seems strange really, but we never ever compare our own products.
Yeah.
So we've never plugged one of those in and compared it to that. We've never plugged one of those in and compared it to an ADA8. We make them as good as we can possibly make them.
Yeah.
We do all kinds of measurements, all kinds of testing, so we know it performs well, and then we leave it to our customers to compare them. And people who've had ADA8s and these products say that is the best. And we do, everything we know about it tells us it's the best, but
I mean, I love the fact it's expandable. It's, you know, you can't go wrong with it. The fact that I could run all my studios off of that one box, that's what's appealing to me. That really appeals. Because one interface, could you connect multiple iPads to one?
yeah.
So you connect, interesting. Right. I might have to,
I mean, any computer on the network, give it the rights to, can do that, and that can be a laptop, iPad.
So you could essentially do it off of your MacBook, like
absolutely.
It's just an IP address.
That's what this Ethernet port is for. That's for control. No audio passes down.
They're the downside ones.
Yeah, if you want audio down.
Yeah.
There's a MADI card coming. And we'll keep on adding to it.
That's what's good about it, is it's ever expandable, isn't it? It's like you say, is if Thunderbolt 5 comes out, then you'll release a Thunderbolt 5.
Sadly, not if, when.
It's like here's the one that I always talk about is Firewire, right? Let's say for instance you had a Firewire card. This was 12 years ago. It had a Firewire card. It's like, right, okay, now we need to Thunderbolt, swap them over. And the Firewire dies. Thunderbolt might die one day. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, Apple have just in the way that, I mean, the reality is these big companies, Apple, Intel, Mike, they don't care about us pokey little audio people. They're interested in Seagate, who are going to plug in, sell 100 million plug-in hard drives. That's who they listen to. But
the problem is when they say jump, you jump, kind of thing.
There is no company in our industry who is big enough to have an influence. You just have to react to those things. So one of the lovely things that Apple have just done is in their latest OS, they've just killed core audio support for Firewire completely.
So it's not even an option.
You You just can't do it.
Yeah. It's a lovely looking bit of kit as well. Look at it. I love
Is
the
your
fact that I
studio
love-
called, or is it?
Yeah. I'm branded for life. Can't go to any other. Literally got a hot poker and